Hello, 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 America, America. Hi, Pittsburgh. Hi. How's everyone this evening? Happy Monday evening to you. What actions were out there today, huh? Craziness, craziness. So, anyway, hello there, everyone on Facebook. Hello there, everyone YouTube and Facebook. This is going to be an upload. I will not try to compete with Donald Trump. He's going to be on Sean Hannity tonight, from what I understand. So anyway, if anyone joins in, it's going to be kind of a brief to the a live kind of thing for the Facebook right now. And we're going to get into some things and some narratives and, just craziness. But hey, hats off to everybody out there. Hats off. The information this weekend was overwhelming, and today. And I know there's frustration out there. It is. Let's get back to that in a minute. Support somebody's dream. Support somebody's dream. Tonight is sponsored by Schaefer's Home Remodeling. Keep that in mind. And, man, let's take back America. Please, let's take back America. And we're going to say hello to Jeff. Thanks for checking in, Jeff. Appreciate you, brother, all the time looking in, getting me started. So like I said, there's going to be an upload here. This is going to be just a short for Facebook. I know a lot of people are going to be busy jumping around, checking out Trump on Sean Hannity and so forth. So I'm going to go a couple different ways with this. A lot to be said, though, this evening. And just craziness in America. Craziness. And don't forget, support somebody's dream. It's huge. And welcome to my world. I got to say that. Yeah, and I'm told the new voice in America. Well, I guess that's only if I have a sore throat. I don't know. Anyway, I want to also give you some information on the segment, Taking Back America, where we're getting a few people together. Got a friend in Canada who's a major supporter, rock star up there. We're going to be going overseas with one. We're going to be going another way overseas to another in Australia. Me here in America, and we're going to be putting this forum together where we just talk about the same stuff I'm doing right now. And, basically what it is, it's politics, it's narrative, it's division, it's race, it's terrible, and we're living in it. Yeah, need I not remind you, need I not remind any one of you out there, you're so needed. This is a war. I mean, really, look at this reality that we're at right now. It's terrible. And it's even more than terrible. I don't even know if I can create a word. I mean, I could come out with 10 or 15 of them out of my mouth, but where does this all really place us? What we're seeing? Our leaders ranting, demanding. It's beyond words at times. It truly is. So, here I am. I come on here. I try to, suffocate you in your ears. And I know you see this all day. You're tired of it. You're probably tired of me, too. But remember this. It is a form of voice for you. Take those masks off. Open those church. Keep the prayers coming to everyone, Christians. Keep them coming. Because, I would lie if I told you I'm the hugest follower of God and Jesus. And I'm a believer, don't get me wrong. The problem is, this is an interruption to all that in the mind of the spirit and body. And it really is. So Christians, keep everything coming. Open your church doors and pray. We have a huge scenario of problems all over America. And it's terrible. No matter what you look at, no matter what the topic, it just keeps firing at us. And hey, I did speak of this before. I said some time back, I'm not trying to reflect for, any reasons more than to say to you, I did mention some things. We've seen nothing yet, and I don't think we've seen it all. I don't believe we have seen it all in any way, shape, or form. No. But on the good side, let me go over the weekend just a little bit here. And this is great news. To me, it is. Maybe not to everybody. Remember, it doesn't matter who you voted for anymore by any means. If you really are waking up, you really do get what we're talking about here on the 10. This is 10 o'clock talks. I am Michael Anthony. Always remember to make us a part of your day at the 10 and 10 o'clock talks. whether it's on Facebook Live for a while or an upload that you'll see whenever you have time to watch it. Please watch and support. Follow on YouTube. It'd be great. Come friend me, Michael Anthony, Facebook, and so on. You also see us streaming the MeWe. And where else am I at tonight? Let me think here. Oh, geez, I know I'm at Rumble. I believe is the where we were shooting for. I'm not sure. Everything was kind of like a little different today. I'll just say that. And we're trying to get a new microphone system implanted because of the guest and what's happening for the one behind the glass here, who's going to be doing a more of a share with me now on the show. Shouting out to some of the businesses, the greeting, and so forth like that. We're not trying to sound like a show. Don't get me wrong. But if it's a little bit more enjoyable of a platform for you, we do want to create that, and we hope that you're, all good with that. So that said, Trump receives an award in Florida. Isn't that crazy? It's not crazy. I'm glad he got it. I think there should have been more of it. But yeah, in Florida, they recognize him for... the Champion for Freedom Award, and Rick Scott in Florida did the presentation for him. And, Trump was busy all weekend as well. He was in and out of a lot of places doing a lot of things. And Trump also bashed the Republicans. And, I'm glad he's pointing the finger and letting the Republican Party know, hey, check this out. I'm here. I'm not exactly going anywhere. But from where he stands, where he sits, wherever he is letting them know he's around. And I'm happy for that because that is a form of support. He can only do what he can do, right? I mean, that's just it. A lot of things come up to me, though, this weekend and prior to this weekend. Hey, Eddie Parker, how are you? Again, this is going to be an upload tonight, too, for Facebook and everything. So if anybody misses this FaceTime Live on this brief here, that's fine. You're not going to miss anything. We're going to make sure it gets uploaded at 10 o'clock because we are 10 O'Clock Talks. And, again, I'm just glad he's there putting pressure, showing pressure. And Marjorie Greene, that girl is my hero. She is, but many other women out there are. I'm an advocate for the women. I want equal pay. I want, equal everything. And it has nothing to do with Keller either. Candace Owens, you're a rock star too. You know it. I know it. The world sees it. We know it. You're as big as anybody could be out there in the light that you're in. And if you stay in that light, you're going to do so good. You really are. And you can find support here on the 10 whenever you need it. And I say that to anybody, even to extend out further as far as we can extend. If somebody needs us for anything, even business support, get in touch with us. We will try to help you. We will try to, plant your business out there. And I want to say hi to Lawrenceville Motors as well out there. Good friends. Pigeonoski's, Home Remodelings. Hello to you guys. 12 Whiskey. Hello to you. Salon Atmosphere. Hello to you. I Do Designs by Eva. Hello to you. Steel City Installations with my beautiful niece, Vicky. How are you? And your beautiful children. I have to always say hello to you. And I push them for a reason, not just because she's my niece. They do incredible work. And that's what it's about. Ethic. Not losing the value of work, what work means. And honoring yourself as an American to other Americans to help them and their issues of need. And they will do that at Steel City Insulation. Everything foam. Incredible company. And I truly mean that. You'll see it. You'll see that. So, with all these issues and everything coming on, Mad Max Waters, Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's like a shout match and demand match. And it's sad. It's sad. And, it's like you got Nancy Land and Joe and his DBPs up there, the circle, looking to create World War III wherever they can. And is he really insane trying to provoke Putin? I mean, is he insane? Excuse me. He has to be. He has to be. But again, the narrative is some things had occurred. And I think it's a pushback. And I think they're telling, creating the storybook for him to play through and make certain comments and pursue different avenues, even though we know what this November 3rd issue was all about. But they're there and they control. And you see what that control's given us. Whoa. I need to make a little more room for coffee. Got to have my coffee, my calf. David. I was not going. I want to say hi to you behind the glass out there. I know you're going to do us well here. You always do. Please understand. Life sometimes makes bends and turns. So I want to just say to everybody, I apologize to Dave so the world hears it. It just went a different way this evening. I apologize for you. And I'm not going to step in front of Trump. I mean, they're not going to look at me anyway. So it doesn't matter. To go live here, there, and there, I can talk to myself like this too and say hello to everybody out there and give you all a shout. I also want to say hi to Dory. I hope you're doing well. Mary Kay, thank you again for your prayers and your uplifts all the time. Nancy Land. Where is it? Why is it? And who's running this country? Another thing I released a clip on. Well, we all have our, thoughts on how that's working out and what's going on with it. Again, I have a video. It's very, it gives a lot of information as to, what some may really need to see. A lot of us are awake. They won't need to see it. They already understand what's really going on in America and everywhere else. So if you do need to see it, I got it, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. Joe's not in control. He's just taking orders, and it explains that. It just explains it. I also want to say this. With Nancy calling a lot of the shots, so it seems in ways, here we are stuck around a communist global cult. I mean, this is a huge cult, and they're mad because somebody doing some kind of good did something really brave and strong. And that goes back to the Evergreen ship. A lot of information out there now is coming out, and like I said, there's somebody out there doing good, and I'm happy for that. Don't know who they are, why they are, who created it. I do in ways, but that apart in opinion doesn't matter now. The point that matters is the effect that they made. Now, the effect's also going to give us a kickback, of course, If they're not succeeding 100% to their plan, then the narrative changes stronger towards the American people, at least from our perception of what happens here. But Joe, keep be very cautious to what you do and how far you push Putin, because he will not be slapped in the face. You might think he will, but no, he's not going to be just slapped in the face by anybody. Wow, I really have a scratch tonight. I don't even know why for the life of me. Please excuse that. So, we know in ways Trump's military still stands. He has a Biden administration, Biden-Harris administration, the globalist administration, probably more true to what it is, they haven't made a lot of military change. So is that part of, the bust on the ship? And things that could soon come out in different ways also. That there are a different structure of military and countries together who oppose all of this global change and narrative that they're pushing. Because remember, and again, I'm going to go way, way back. Go way, way back. Before anybody ever talked about this, I swear to you, please watch the videos. You'll enjoy them. And there's great points that I have made. And I called this global way, way back before the global word even got involved. And again, I want to thank all my friends who, out there on the globe, up in Canada, Australia, the people who are shouting me out there that are going to be coming aboard and sharing what I have to say to try to make a difference to the world. And it is important. So, yeah, the military, just to get back to that, I think we could be looking at the possibility, maybe the possibility, and this is a theory opinion, that there are good forces at work trying to protect things and doing the best they can, the best way they can. Why? We're not 100% sure, but we are 100% sure. We can speculate here and say that it's meaningful and it's a protective measure that needed to be taken. So with that said, knowing that we have some type of vibe out there working, and other countries working together shows unity in countries that gives positivity to the American people. And I want America to know that how important this is when you have countries that get together and get together and just do something like this. Now, I'm going to go a step further here and get into that opinion of my own theory and a little bit of information too. But before I say a lot on the information, I do get it. People are picking me. I don't know why. And I see it as being pretty darn good. I want to just say that. It looks really real. It sounds really real. It makes 100% of sense. And what I last got kind of basically told me some things. But it seems to me that we could have a military op in progress working. And how it was hidden, why it was hidden, the things that Donald Trump signed and put in place that may help what's going on right now. In this fight, there could be things that are possible we just don't know about because a good chess player doesn't give all that up. But I think if it ever happens where military, and I've said this before too, everybody has to see what's going on here, including our military heads. I could name every branch of every military head and call them out here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call them out for this and say to all the military heads, we need your support. I know somehow, some ways we are getting it and we see it, but we need your support. We need your strength to fix America. And yeah, maybe Trump won't be back, okay, if you need to get involved. I get that. If Trump can't be involved because there's such a ratio of divide just because of who he is, even though more now, it doesn't matter who you voted for, are coming to the right side, the Republican Party, or they're going to vote in the middle somehow as they do it and just vote for Trump or one Trump. Our future is to where I can't honestly say if the military was going to come in and do something, the power has to be on the military. It can't be on anything else than the military. It has to be by a neutral operative compartment that can go after and clean up what we are going through, at least on our part in America. Will other militaries in suit follow in other governments and other countries of the world? I don't know, but I can speculate to this here in America and what's going on, and just say to you this, that an uprise of the military to step in right now would be great. I have a suspicion that this is going to happen. When? I don't know. Why? Because I've been reading some things that have been really, really interesting to me that make a lot of sense. If you go into laws and what the last administration had put in place, there's a lot of narrative that points to these issues. But again, if it would happen, I couldn't see Trump ever coming on board, not in any immediate fashion. It would have to be a total military operation to start the cleanup, to start probably making a lot of arrests, number one, okay? Filing charges, number two, and three, having hearings. And while this is all being cleaned up, in my mind, that could very well happen very, very soon. Trump will be doing what he does. You should be doing your grassroots. You should be doing whatever you can do to make America great again now with what we have. And that's important that you make America great and take back America, because it's your country and it's our freedom and it's our Constitution. And I know our military, again, you're not blind to this, guys and gentlemen, ladies, all armed forces out. You're not blind to this. You're not. You're not blind to the Frankenshot. You're not blind to the demands, the narratives, the pressures, the 56 executive orders, and so on and so forth. We need you now. We need you to get going. If you're in the plan, we get that. But to me, it seems like the possibility of this is really going to happen. It's going to exist in some way, some fashion. And I really do believe it already is. We're just not seeing all the tail ends of it all. And what even points more to the direction of this? There's some voices not being suppressed out there in different ways who are coming also forth with narratives, making suggestions, giving the letter. Do you know what that is? I'll go slow. So anyway, we know that that's a military operative. People don't know it. I know exactly what they're talking about. I'm not going to say anything out loud because, I could be cut, but we do know this. And it's being supported as well by very good people who we trust and who we want to believe wholeheartedly. And that's where we fall victim into Trump coming right back. There's no way the military could fix this, come back and bring Trump in. That would cause more controversial issues. They would have to do it. They would have to look at all the fraud. They would have to look at a lot of things, the hoax, the fraud, and start taking apart and pick apart the government of all the narratives that have occurred over the past, oh my God, years. And, get these indictments that we know are sitting on people's desks and make them happen. Arrest these people, go after them, clean up this government. And it doesn't matter if it's bad on the right side, bad on the left side. Do them all, do your job, take your information that you have and these special ops that you've been working and come and crush this government. Get rid of this communist coup that we have here in America. We need the military to do this. And again, please, I want Trump. Yes, I want Trump. Am I for Trump? Yes, I'm for Trump. Would I vote for Trump? Of course I will vote for Trump. The point I'm making here is you can't bring Trump in. If the military does this, and I really have a suspicion it's going to happen and be hard, they're going to have to do it in a neutral zone with a neutral military. Probably one of the people in the highest positions of military would come in and start running everything. And I'm really looking to that to happen. And I think we're looking forth to that narrative. If I'm wrong on this, my apologies. But what else do we have? And this does take place to what we have seen. Cleanups in the tunnels, ongoing missions that are happening and are underway, the ship again. So keep in mind, military, yes. Trump, probably not. And the reason, again, conflict of interest. The only way the military is going to clean up our country and do their due diligence for the country is to come in and handle it on their own. And let Mr. Trump, President Trump, handle what he's doing at the top, supporting the Republican Party, nominating people into positions of power to protect us all. And that's what's important. And that's what we need to keep and continue doing. And I think he will. I think you're going to get all that from him. So I don't know if you really followed me well on it. I'm trying not to use every word I want to use because I want to be cautious in the explanation, but show you support, give you some opinion, thought, and my ideology of where I think something is going to intervene, and we know some things already have, just not where we want them yet. So keep up the strong fight, everybody in America, all my Facebook friends, and everybody beyond that, and the people that support me overseas. I thank you so much, and we support you back. What we're going through is what you're going through. Yeah, do I post stuff that say, hey, sure I do. I'm with you. I'm doing the same things. But again, I also want to support you for all your information. You guys are all rock stars. You women are heroes out there. Wow, it's unbelievable the information I can obtain while I'm doing my own homework, my due diligence, and then I try to verify facts too. And why, I don't know. But I feel because I get information, I still need to look at information and make sure that I judge everybody correctly. Hey, we got some rock stars out in here today. We got some rock stars in with us here on Facebook. Thank you so much. And don't forget, if you don't get to see all this or you miss some, it is going to be an upload. I went a different route tonight because President Trump's going to be on with Sean Hannity. And if you cut out, that's fine because this will be an upload. I respect President Trump. And he could always have an important message. You just never know when a bombshell could be dropped. And we know Linwood and General G. Flynn actually dropped a couple of those bombshells too this week. They give some big hints. They gave some big hints as to certain things. Again, please don't be upset with me. But how I explain it is just by my opinion and by my theory and observation. I think I can see through things pretty darn well. I try to. Because it's not all about what you post. You can have the funniest thing up here. And yeah, that laugh is great. But you know what? We got to get up from behind those machines, this technology, even me. And I do try to get out and get involved in my local government. And right now, even in Pittsburgh here, we got a guy here. He comes out and He's been in office and around office and mayor the last 8 years, and all of a sudden he's for everything that the narrative is. Right. All of a sudden, you weren't doing anybody any good when you were in council, yet alone mayor. So to me, you're an embarrassment, Mr. Peduto. You need to be gone, without a doubt. Your narrative is only to win an election, and we need to pull, like in Pittsburgh Heron. You guys have the same issues out there elsewhere too. I know you do. Stay in the fight. Do what you can on feet. Do the footwork. Make the phone calls. Call your representatives and tell them no, no, no to all of this stuff. We can't give our world to children in a manner like this. What would we be turning over to our kids, and their kids? And we, the narrative here is we need to make the correction. And how do you make that correction? Fight them in the open, right out in the middle of the world to see everything and see all the narratives that we're fighting and the laws that we're fighting and the wrongdoings that we're fighting, because that's what we need to do. I mean, it just is. It just is. I mean, what are we dealing with? We're looking at Andrea Crome. We're looking at the Church of Satan. Yes, this is things we're seeing. Blood Soul tennis shoes, these red tennis shoes now developed, the red shoe, the red ring, significations of Satan and more blood-filled, human blood-filled souls they're promoting. Am I wrong? I don't know. Somebody can tell me more information on that if I'm wrong. That's fine. Please do that. Please do that. Okay, child trafficking. The tunnels are real too. So we're fighting the tunnels. And then you have the harvesting. And you have the coyotes, and you have sex trafficking, and you have killings everywhere right now. And I want to bring up something else to you, this narrative of the black and the white. And I probably have more in here written on it, and I'll get to it. I don't have enough time tonight to share. I got 5 hours of material here I could talk to you on. This is unbelievably just ludicrous. Now, I'm going to come back to it a different way, and there's a reason for it. Forgive me for that. But I'll just say it, and it's proven, and it's not racist on my part. I support the black. I've done it. If you listen to my last upload and broadcast, I mean, look at all the beautiful people and black people that made it in America, and I gave like examples as to who some of these are. I didn't fit them all in. Because the list of people that made it in America, they worked hard. They deserved it. They went out there. They pushed for things. And that's how they achieved things. The world was an open door, maybe not all the way. And I do understand what history showed us and the examples of people who fought for America for their own colors and so forth. I take my hats off to them. I commend them. Because we truly are in a world of, there's no racial problem here. We all have friends of colors, and most of us now have colors of mixed cultures in our own families. And we do. Don't deny it, because it's out there. It's what it is. We accept that. Okay, so that's saying there's more black on black crimes in America. Why is nobody addressing that hard enough? And I know some people have spoken out about it, but that's the truth. More black on black crimes in my city of Pittsburgh than anywhere else. And then you got a moron like Chris Como who comes on and says, this narrative's not going to change till white children are getting killed. Are you out of your mind? I mean, what the F are you thinking about? And this is what we deal with. These are the comments. I want to say this to you, Chris Como. You may never see this, it doesn't matter, but maybe someone will forward it to you. What about your brother that killed all these people, that got involved in this hoax of a narrative, and the lockdown, and the sick, and the forced sickness in the nursing homes, putting people in charge of people that weren't even qualified for the jobs? What about all you done in your office and these alleged allegations and so forth to him and both his brother? I'm going to share this between them both because they're both guilty of it, of sexual harassment and so forth. The touchy-feely brothers. Yeah. So there, I mean, I could go on with so many topics, and we all could. We all know these narratives. We all know what they do. It's what happens. And I want to apologize to some of my friends that tell me, right off the bat, Mike, no political, no religion. Well, then don't be a snowflake. Because you know what? You're either all the way in or you're not in. There's no halfway in here. There is no halfway ends with me. It ain't going to work that way. If you want to be a hero to America, you got to be a rock star and stand out and stand up and go forth and show full support. Be not afraid to use your voice. Be not afraid to remove your mask. And again, please open them churches up. Open them. They fear you to do it. They are fearing you to do it. You open those churches. You do what you people need to do, all you Christians. I'm not going to speak much on Catholic because I tell you what, I mean, it's just a disturbing definition of people. I'm sorry, some of you may not agree with it, but if you do read history, if you do read the news, if you do read police reports, there's things a lot of people do not know about what truly that place stands for. Yeah, kiss the ring. Yeah, right. I'll pass. We have enough good people out there that'll keep us strong. So yeah, the narrative here that exists, black on black crimes, nobody wants to talk about them, and that's where the truth really does lie. That's where criminal activities are. I'm sorry, but that's what the existence of where they are. Why did these people choose it? Certain people, young people, older people, that get rich schemes, fake power. They even come up with names like the old mafia names, as nicknames and so forth. But anyway, yeah, black on black crimes, just saying. So, and I'm saying it for a lot of reasons. I haven't heard anything yet. Maybe something broke. I don't know for sure if anything broke. But I'll just say this to you. When you have Mad Maxine Waters screaming towards the jury that, the city will be punished, that's just appalling over the Floyd case, I mean, preponderance of evidence. The people will make up their own minds. Don't be pushing narratives and threats to people. Marjorie Greene's absolutely right. I'm absolutely right. And every one of you who come in here and on here, you know that I'm talking the truth. Narratives such as this is communist and is painful in a country. Marjorie, do your best. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Get rid of these people. Push hard. Push hard. And, don't forget this either. Even Omar and AOC and these other people, they're not do-gooders. No, they're do-gooders for a different type of people, and we're not that type of people. We're just not. And this is Michael Anthony, and this is 10 O'Clock Talks, and I always want to thank you and say, hey, support, follow, all the good things that everybody wants, and that does help. We're nonprofit. We're not looking for anything from you. It's not hard to just click and fix for us, and anyway, I'm getting a notification on that one and something up over there. I want to thank you guys, every one of you. Jeff, Eddie Parker, Cloud, you're around, but not here. Hello tonight. Adia, I don't know if I say it right. I apologize. Not a lot of lookers, and that's my point. We can't. Here you have the choice and time to share with me a thought, and your thought is important to the world. And I need you to do that. Otherwise, live formats are for no purpose. They're for no purpose, and I guess the memes and the postings in Facebook are what truly may mean what America, but it's not the important factor. It's going to be your feet, your footwork. And again, we want to thank the people in Florida for looking at President Trump and giving him that award, just to reflect back on that. In case anybody's just walking in, just want to say hello to you. If you're just catching us, we are the 10. This is 10 O'Clock Talks. I am Michael Anthony, and look forward also to our mainstream Taking Back America, where people partaking around the world, and you guys got to watch this. You do. It's going to wake you up to Canada, Australia, London and Paris, and everything over that way, and America as well down on the border. And Terry Anderson, you're a rock star, man. I caught that video. Brother, I'm with you. I'm all in. You know that. I wish I could break pieces of me apart. And honestly, I wish I could just click my finger. I would be right with you. I'm all in that hard and with you, and I support you. And I want everybody to know, patriots at large are rock stars. Terry Anderson and his group down there, you know, you could be a member and give them a bunch of smiley faces and check marks and hearts. But, you know, the truth is we all need everybody right now out there. And show support to Terry. He's doing a lot. He asked for nothing to do it. Do what you can to support him. I want to say hi to Merle in Texas also. And Captain Finney, what's going on, brother? I love your post, and I hope you're safe and Facebook's not ripping you apart of all your posts. I try to send you things once in a while, but I appreciate you coming in. I really do. In case you didn't hear this, Cap, we're going to be doing also a board of countries, and it's called Taking Back America, and there's going to be a lot of really good, interesting topics, narratives, opinions, theories, and just showing support to the American people who need to have this support shown to them. We are a platform of voice and support. This isn't about me. I'm here. I'm using my voice. Yeah, I get that. Am I an actor? No. I'm being natural in front of you. I talk with my hands a lot. No, I'm not Italian. But I got a lot of things good to say because you, everybody out there, is giving it to me. I speak on that. Do I occasionally know something? Yes, I do. Do I find out things? Yes, I do. Could May 21st be really important? It could be. And could June 1st be important? Or was that dialogue now pushed off of what we're seeing to come? Because COVID was the big ending of April. There was going to be an easement there, which doesn't look like it may occur now. But that was the narrative before all this big national climate control meeting comes in place at the end of the month. And then it was the new narrative, and a lot of people seen it because I posted it. This came from MSNBC, came from CNN, I think, where undercover cams got great information. And the narrative is now climate, and they're going to rip you apart with climate. And that's part of what exactly the haul of the Evergreen was. It was materials and radiation weaponry, 5G weaponry, to activate these materials once sprayed, which is basically a weapon on mankind, creating like sticking your cat in a microwave and turning it on. Truth of the matter is just that. A little different, but same outcome. Global overheating that they would cause and blame on the universe, the sun, dim sun, Chinese. And let me tell you something. If you want to go even a little step further, I feel sorry for all the Bitcoiners out there when they find out who the founder of Bitcoin really is. It's going to blow some people out of the... I'm not telling you yet. No, I'm not. I was only told to say a few things, and this is something that's going to break hugely, and it's going to happen soon. Because it's not part of the reset. And when you find out, it's going to collapse. It's going to fall so hard on its face, it's going to be pathetic. I guarantee you that's going to come. And don't forget also what I was talking about, my thought on the military incoming and Donald Trump won't be part of it. No, he can't be. So I'm only reviewing a little bit in case Cap didn't get it and some other people that are showing up. And my theory is they see what's going on. I've always called them out, and I won't put all the military heads' names out there and pick at them. They're not blind to this, and we know things are going on. It's evident. I don't know how close everybody really watches, but we know it is evident, and it's happening. So, again, please, I'm only reflecting because I get somebody else comes in a room, just give them a little heads up what's going on, and thank them for coming by. But think of the relevance here, especially with the military. You can't have something where they're showing an impartialness when they have a job to do to clean up the country. And I really feel if it occurs, when it occurs, and I'm hoping it's really, really soon, to put it to you that way, Trump won't be with them. I'm sorry. No, you need a neutral party. You need a military. You need a good advisor, someone that can push all the narratives and all the push the law enforcement into place and make action happen against and revolt to the country of we know as the USA of America, which is now an open border country with an illegitimate president, which doesn't even classify as a proper corporation. But when that invisible line goes away, you're what's called an open status. And even though Biden says, "Oh, I'm going to close it up, I'm going to start fixing the wall and this and that," but yet he's still bringing them in by the thousands. And let me tell you, the numbers are much greater than you think. There's videos out there, there's uploads, and I post these things, and I have even more I could post if anybody wants them. You ask me for them, I will do it. I don't always put everything on my page or Taking Back in America or any other page because I don't want to cause them any hand slaps as well. I prefer to go through Messenger or email, and you can always get me at 10o'clocktalks@gmail.com. And if you need to see a show, if they block me, if they shut me off, I will keep uploading, and I will go through email services. Keep that thought in mind. Keep the word spread that way. I'll switch to email, but I also have some other backs that I can take. But Taking Back America will signify a lot with this group. I also want to say there's no doubt in my mind that the CCP and BLM are involved together, and they truly are. I just want to put that out there. That way, I've already ranted enough about BLM, the now so-called, which I don't believe all of it, but I do believe that $90 million last year, what a gift from the American businesses, huh? Yeah, what a gift, what a gift. There's numbers coming in over $200 million last year. I don't believe that that's all true because, it seems to me the narratives can be changed, and there's some very, very savvy people on the internet that can take anything and change it and make it look worse. A safe, true number is in the 90 million era. I'll get past that with the BLM because, to me, I don't really want to talk about the three communist queens of the black America who, when you have crime rate, black on black areas, much worse than any of what they're talking about. And God forbid the outcome on these shootings don't go the way to the people, right? Well, that tells you that the military is in place. And not because of this, but I think they are, with this going on, this is where if the military is going to strike back and start to take charge, it's going to happen this way. If they bring it on, and don't defund the police, because if the police are defunded, the only thing you have are the Patriots and the National Guard. You people out there protesting or rioting are going to get your asses kicked. So if any of you parents know that your kids are out there obstructing America right now with a value thought narrative, a negative narrative, which it is, I feel bad for you because you guys are going to get your asses kicked, and Florida puts that out there to you strong. Don't mess in Florida. Don't mess in Texas. There are people out there strongly ready to fight you off, and you're not going to win. You're not going to win. And this is what I'm talking about, where the military could start a mission of bigger than what we think. It puts them in place, and it gives them the authority while they're in place to hit and attack all the narratives of what's important. And why not take advantage of that now instead of going in front of Congress, who they don't need anyway? They have their own fundings in place, and take charge and take back America. Also, Trump is working hard with international alliances. And I know this. And people say things to me like, well, how do we know this and how do we know that? Well, Trump gave speeches, State of the Unions and everything else. He has pointed out every narrative to where America and why America is where it's at right now. And these people from over there and over here, they heard it and they know it, but you see what side they're on. But not all are in on that. Not all were in by any means. But, he has made alliances in his time. He's made good friends, good people that we can trust, okay? And maybe not everywhere, but in a lot of places. And I think we have that on our side as well, as you've seen in the Evergreen. Not to repeat, but hey, it's one of the biggest things that has happened so far. It's a hush thing, but we know it's real. We know enough has now been released, and the media is not going to say a lot on it. But again, I have interesting videos now where the media is talking their asses off on this issue, but not here. It's real. It happened. It's real. It happened. The information's out there. You got to expand your horizons, and if you want your knowledge to find out what really is going on in America, go watch overseas news, and that's where you will pick up all the truth and narratives. I am getting like buzzed all over the place. People are either mad at me, or they want to like get their 2 cents worth, and I'm hanging here myself just to do ours. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of things like that. I really believe Trump has a great alliance. He's working hard, and he's working with other people. Look and see the information. It's out there. It truly is. All right, let me keep going on this. Another thing that I think is going to happen if the military moves in, I don't think we'll see the 25th Amendment. I think we'll see him just being totally removed by the military. And I think it'll be bye. Are you ready? Bye, Joe. And I think that'll be a huge part of it as well. However, again, it's my theory, it's my opinion, and I think while all this is going on, it's a great possibility. And I want to just say this to all the mega out there. Thank you for being strong and keeping it coming. I want you to know also that some of these bigger names out there that are doing things behind our backs, behind your back, some names that need to be brought forth. And you got Abercrombie Finch, you got Victoria's Secret. These are some billionaires out there who foundations and corporations who really are supporting the negative side here. And there's so many names, and they keep coming out more. I know you're seeing lists, but I'm seeing names on there on this list that never were really confirmed. It looks bad. We know Coke's bad. There's products out there that are funding these organizations and negative narratives. And I want to tell you something else. I don't know if you guys know this either. Do you know that China funds Facebook for the information? So it's a trade-off. We'll fund you. We want all the information. Yeah, that's true too. China has their hand in on us right now, right here, even me and you. And that's the truth. They really do. You know how big this is. You know how they capture our messages and shut us down. But money comes from China, and Zuckerberg distributes it. It's a big pay for. It's a big pay for. Follow the money. It's out there, just like the Bitcoin thing I just dropped on you. You guys are going to be like, some guys, some people, some men, some women, to say it more correctly, politically correctly, and I do want to stay to that narrative. Everybody deserves respect. You're going to be blown away when you find out. You're going to be blown away. All right, the stock market right now is still going good, and that's cool. And there are some good investments out there, but be cautious. Bitcoin, that could go at any time, because too much is starting to be exposed and come out. And I would just be careful of that. I really would. I know the platform shows good right now, but I think Digibyte is one of the better ones to go after myself, if you look into that, or your penny stocks. So just to give you a little hint on that. Again, don't forget, we are the talk of the town right now. This is the 10. We are 10 O'Clock Talks. I am Michael Anthony. And again, thank you. Thank you for the support. If you can share this and share anything else, please do. Please do. Get it out there. Let the public see it. And I hope Trump has a lot of good stuff to say tonight. That's why I'm doing it different. And you're going to get this as an upload later. I don't know how far I'm going to finish to this here, because just know this, Facebook can't cut me. They can't cut me. And that's why I had to do some things and switch over to YouTube and some other carriers on social media to try to stay alive in a different aspect. So if you can follow and support, please do it. Please do it. Please do it. Follow and support. All these false flags and narratives, though, we got to stay away from them. And again, it's all grassroots. I can't say enough. Staged events, and they are out there. And now the big 30-year plan is almost at the end of what they're looking to do. That's just crazy, but it's true. And they gave times and plans of times of the narrative of what they're going to do and how they're going to attack with it and so forth. Our weakness, their weakness is our strength, because it's like they got diarrhea of the mouth. They don't care how hard they push the narrative towards us, as long as it suppresses us or just takes pressure off them for just a moment's time, like they did with Como by putting the pressure on to Matt Gaetz. When Como is, and his brother, and all the narratives, the support of the news media, who should be criminally charged as well as all the governors that created and went along with this hoax. And I'm not saying it's a complete hoax. Something did happen. Yeah, the flu went away, and now something new came. So what does that tell you? Do we suffer through something that they do with the flu every year as well? Is that a push narrative as well? A release? It makes you. It really makes everyone wonder in America, like, how does this always occur? Oh, it's cold and flu season. Only if you say so, I guess. I think the common cold is something that just happens with people, and energy levels and so forth. Alyssa Lang, how are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in and checking us out. This is the 10. I'm Michael Anthony. Hello, how are you? So anyway, they changed the narrative. You see Coma getting hushed right now, right? It's true. Everyone's starting to forget that, the big plan is you have Governor Wolf, you got Como and others in other states of the blue, all who did this. That's where in California, that's the majority of all the deaths. Why? Why not so much in the reds? Why are the red states fight back, like Kristi Noem and down in Florida and Governor Abbott in Texas? Why is everything so different? Because they know, and they have exposed the truth, and they're fighting back on guns. They're fighting back on every measure and every element that they can possibly fight back on. This is why, like in my state here in Pennsylvania, we are in for such a battle, and we need everyone out there to join in wherever you are to secure the United States at the low points, the low key points. And I'll say this to you again, you're probably tired of me, but it's true. When you cripple the lower structure of all the offices, city, boroughs, county, get rid of these executives and bring in, and it doesn't matter who we bring in, we'll figure it out as long as we get our people in, how to run it, how to recreate what we need to do. We'll cripple them, because there'll be nobody to talk to. Who's the governor going to order when no one listens to him? What's he going to do? Send the National Guard in to say you have to run the city my way? No, he has no jurisdiction over the city. He can make suggestions. He can allocate monies that come from Washington. And if he doesn't do it, so what? We'll get along without him. What we need to do is cripple the structure at the bottom. This is where the grassroots are so important, and they truly are. So keep that in mind. We need to attack this plan. We need to get even me, and I'm guilty, I could probably do more, get our asses up out of these chairs from behind these. This is a reflection time, and this is what I offer of a voice to come to you and say, hey, let's talk about this. Let's get everything out there, and I thank everybody for their information. What I'm talking about is everything I'm given. I'm given this from good people, good, solid Americans. And how do you build a base of good, solid Americans that, because we need to all become all as one. We're not all as one. We're in different groups, different group categories. We have different theories, but our agenda is all the same for us. Our narrative is all the same for us. Our structure is all the same for us. We all want Washington taken down. We want the deplorables taken out, all the DBPs. Dirtbag, deplorable politicians. That's what we need to make these changes. We just do. And I also want to say hi to Kayla. I want to send you support. I don't forget when I talk to somebody and on a sidebar outside of here, and we have discussions. Rock star of a person, but I know some support needs to be sent to Kayla, so I didn't want to forget you, and I appreciate you. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right. That said, I could paint myself blue here with that type of information and just talk about it over and repeatedly. So I want to get into some more things that are going on in the world that could be important. one of the things, how tax payments now are in ways being rejected. Why is that happening in some states? I don't know. States and cities are not even allowing in the blues to open up to even accept your tax dollars, your property taxes. Oh, there'll be no penalties, but they're not doing it. Why are banks not even taking bank deposits in some cases now, especially overseas, in some cases here? Why is 3,400 banks worldwide, not worldwide, USA wide, I apologize, USA wide, have been closed? That's a lot of branches to shut down, which means that narrative is one step closer to the reset that they're looking to do, as well as the plan of suppression and communism to the American people. And that's their pressure points. So they are succeeding. They are getting more established every day, and they have no fear of it. And this is why I'm pushing that military thing out there. I think the possibility of all this BLM and all this racial divide, and now they're coming in to keep, the National Guard, to keep watchful eyes. And this could be the setup that the military was looking to have to start going into these areas and taking them back, because not every state needs National Guard. We don't need those warriors in everyone. We need them heavily concentrated in these areas of blue where they allow this rhetoric that they cause, and the burning of cities and ripping down statues. And I made a joke, to the BLM and to the Black Lives Matter, everything associations out there that truly believe this narrative is really what it's about. They won't pull down the colonel. No. You won't see them touch the chicken. No, when it comes, I'm sorry, that ain't going to happen. They'll pull Lincoln down. They'll pull Paul Revere off his horse. Oh, by the way, Paul Revere, I didn't say that for any reason, but hello to you. He's not a fictional character. He is somebody for real, and he is an amazing American. If you know all the people that I do and that I talk to, just incredible, good voice. He's all about the ethics of what we need. He really is. He's a rock star. So, yeah, man, you could just go on with this stuff, everybody. I'm not even getting a question tonight. I don't know if it's even like you're coming through and you're leaving, but that's okay. I want to just let you know again, if you're on Facebook, this whole live episode will be uploaded through YouTube and distributed at 10 o'clock tonight. So that'll be out there. If you have friends that you can like, share, follow, subscribe, all them things that you can do for me, I would greatly appreciate it to everyone to follow, subscribe, friend me. Let's build a unity of all for one and one for all. We can all come together, and that's what this national thing that I'm putting together is going to try to help do as well, to bring us in strength and numbers much greater and with a better accomplishment of mission. And that's why I'm going to be formatting the Taking Back of America, where we're going to have other countries involved. Same people, same type of people, and the same type of fight, but making news more prevalent to what you're not hearing. And they'll be able to tell you what's going on from America, from what they're seeing through their media, because they report on it. And probably vice versa. America reports on London. America reports on what's going on over right now in Iraq. But that's just how the narrative is. That's how it works. So we need to pull everybody together. We just do. Alyssa, hello. How are you? Thanks for the thumbs up wherever that was from. I can't tell everything from here with what I'm working on. I'm not working full monitors. I wanted to let the Trump platform kind of like do its own thing. I think I see Dory. If that's you, Dory, hello. How are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. All my love, babe. You know I'm with you. I'm for you. I support you 100%. Yeah, so just trying to be the good old guy that I can be and say what I can be as far as giving you information. Now, again, I want to get back to like a massive dump to you here. And that's not that I have information on as far as a massive dump. It's not. And again, if you didn't see all this and you want to see more of it, I'd like for you to like kind of just check out the YouTube channel, check out Rumble, check out MeWe, the streams and everything that go on that way too, because it's bigger than you think. FaceTime doesn't always create a lot, but the views really do happen, and I respectfully say thank you to everybody for that. I couldn't do it without you, and I'm glad that I can do it for you. I really am. I just want to support the voice, but I do want to cover some things right now that say a lot and where we are today. And like I said, the materials that I have could go for like hours. And I'm not a news media guy. I'm really not. I talk on personal, personal effects that I have, personal effects that you have that give you voice in your posts. I get your information from you, and that means a lot to me. So some of them were these as follows, and I'm not going to get to them all by any means. I'm just going to take all week to get through what I got, plus add in so much more because news is just incredibly large. And I don't want to bring anyone down, especially you, Dor. I know you're there. I respect you. But, I mean, there are things that people do like to hear, and that's where I fill in that part. But now you got Portland. They spend $1.4 million on unarmed patrols to stop gun violence. Now, you have all these issues going on, and this is the appropriate time to basically defund the police. I'm sorry. I don't see it in any way, shape, or form. Really? You're going to spend this money, and money, again, that the country doesn't have and your cities and states don't have, and that the things that you've suffered through that now... It makes no sense. It makes no sense. How do you serve and protect if you can't control? And it's okay if the ones creating the violence have more control than you do. This is why I'm afraid a lot of police are going to walk off the job. And we need police. We need structure. You may not always agree with it. You may have had a problem with a cop growing up, or an issue, or a ticket, or speeding this, and something you had to fight, but whatever. The true measure of context here is truly about, how these people can do their job and how well they can do it. But it's all being blamed upon an accident. I'm not going to make judgment on Floyd. I'm just not going to go there. Let the jury do that. I know what I saw. I know what my beliefs are. They're not worth sharing to anybody. What needs shared is the end result and how that works out. And again, Marjorie Green, you're a rock star. I love you to death. I mean, go get this, Mad Max. Go get Mad Max. Go get Mad Max Waters. Please, just do it. Just do it and stick to your guns. America's with you, stronger than you ever believe. Stronger than you ever believe. Yeah, so defund them so they can't really do their job. I mean, if I was a cop, I'd have second thoughts about wanting to go out there and perform a job. They don't want you to spray. They don't want you to have safe mace, which gives you just moments of where you can gain back control. It's unreal. And remember now, these come from you. Now, the Frankenshot, as I call it, I'm not going to tell anybody give or take on there. I have friends that got it. I truly have. I have family members and stuff that got it. I'm not going to get it. I'm sorry. I'm against it. I've tried to talk to them. We had good discussions about it, as well with you, the public. And these are your viewpoints too. Not just mine in any way, shape, or form. They're not just mine. The reason I'm looking over here is because I got 3 cameras streaming 3 different things. And I try to give everybody a visual. I'm not going nuts. I'm not going nuts. But again, the Frankenshot thing. Still, massive things going on that's not being reported, but out of the United States is. As well, we're getting things of negativity here, but not even always reported on because the narrative is in the larger sector of the government, of the communist government that we're running under with this cabal, the global communist effort that's against all the citizens of the world. It's not even, it's never been about one place. We all thought it was at first. We learned fast enough that it was a global problem when we started to see the narrative come in force. So, yeah, again, remember, these are comments you guys make or bring up, and I just talk about them, But Kevin McCartney commented also, he will be bringing actions against Maxine Waters. So I'm happy to hear that he's backing Marjorie really hard. Now, this was kind of a joke, but a true fact. And Hunter's laptop. Most people have it not seen. and maybe I've been fortunate. I have seen some things. Most people have not been fortunate enough to see what the truth is that lies in that book. Okay? And a lot of self vaccinations. Maybe that's why Biden likes him. I don't know. I had to throw that in there because, uh, it seems like, Dad was making sure he always had money for him to play with. And I don't know why they're so forth to push this vaccine so hard on us. Again, I'm not one that finds any good reason for it. I think it's still too new. I still think there's a lot of truth that could be on both sides of one, the makers versus the people who are, Dr. Von Bosch, Dr. Francis Boyle, Dr. Tenpenny. These are the leading authorities of the world on these types of vaccinations, and they're like halt them all. So again, yeah. But Hunter doesn't have a problem with self-vaccination. Dad didn't have a problem filling his pocket to do it. Maybe they just see a different narrative of the truth of America, and a lot that could be hidden. And we even have Trump. He supports it, and I question that. I question Trump on that. How can all these thousands of doctors come forth with evidence that prove all the allegations of this being a safe, experimental savior to the world, and you support it, and yet there's thousands? I'm lost there. I'm sorry, I'm lost there. And that's why I say again, if the military does move in and take this action, because they're not blind to all this, Trump cannot come back in. Not right away at any time soon, at least. A lot will have to happen before that will ever happen, without a doubt. And again, just to bring up to you quick, because I have somebody up on screen in a different way asking me, I want to tell them, our Taking Back America segment is going to be with 5 nations, countries. America, which will be me here out of Taking Back America, 10 O'Clock Talks. And I am Michael Anthony. If you didn't know that, thanks for your question. We'll have Australia. We'll have Ontario, Canada. America, as I said. And then we're going to be London, France. And then I think one out of Germany who hasn't signed on 100% yet. And it'll be like Taking Back America from our side hosting. So it should be really interesting to get a lot of the viewpoints, a lot of understanding, better understandings of what's going on in the world. And I think that'll be an enlightenment part for the evenings for everybody. So yeah, definitely check that out. I also want to let you know about MSNBC is bringing Al Sharpton now. I mean, Al is right about everything. Al is all about BLM and the negative nanny of what's really going on. And again, I want to say it right to you. He'll never hear it, but if I was to say this to Al, I'll put it to you this way. 90% of the issues of everything that occurs is black on black crimes, black on black shootings. This is just a narrative, and I'm repeating to people. Tragedy things have happened. Yes, they come to light when the light is only pushed to that narrative. So it's going to pinpoint on certain things that have happened. And that's what they're doing right now. They need an agenda that creates a narrative that will fulfill their mission to get worse and worse for the American people. And it's sad, but they're going to bring him on for an hour show. Hey, they could have had me. And I could tell you I got 40 million views, and it doesn't even matter. They'll go and get this guy. And how can that be good for America? And maybe just no one will watch it. Maybe just no one will watch it. But he's going to have a 1-hour political talk show with a narrative. Are you kidding me? It's going to be a one-sided narrative. And if anybody, we should suppress it. We should boycott that. And I want to be fair to everybody. But when you're not fair to the American people, then Reverend, I can no longer be supportive to you. And that's just the way I see it here. And that's how I look at it. And I'm sure a lot of America looks at it the same way. But it's true. Black on black shootings, and we have them in Pittsburgh where I'm from, and I know a lot of cities do. I look at the statistics, and let's talk about the 50 cops that lost their lives real recently. You know, we're not talking about any of that stuff. We're talking about only what other people want to talk about, and that's through the media. And I really hold the media criminally to be charged at some point on the narrative of what they're doing to America, because they are responsible for this whole makeup of disappointment and where we live right now and what our children see and what's being pushed on us. And I can only be thankful for the friends that I do have that see through this and are awake to it. I know not everybody wants to deal with it or put up with it. They don't want to talk about certain things. I get that, but you know what? You can't be halfway in, you can't be halfway out. That's the halfways. You want to help, your feelings are good, you support it, but the thing is, our all-in-one effort is one for all, and all for one, and that's the structure of America. That's the foundation of the forefathers. That was it. That 10 up there. If you know why I did what I did, it's for we the people. It's for the 10 commandments. It's everything people don't want to talk about in ways. And I'm not bringing it up because for any particular reason. But they say, what does it stand for? Well, you know, it stands for the good of America, the good of the faith, for what people believe in. It may not totally be everything that I'm all 100% in on, but I do not in any way go against people of any faith, of any reasoning, of any belief. I'm just not going to do it. The choice when you come here and you listen to anything I got to say and you want to hang out and talk about it or ask the question, I always say do it and ask me now, or send it to me and I'll talk about it, because it's true. And the only thing I could tell you is this, answering again to another screen, is, give me what you want me to say. Ask me the question, I'll do it for you. I'll give you the answer the best I can, whether it comes from one of the screens or cameras, because I really am looking between things right now. And my eyes getting better, so I'm starting to see it all. Nevertheless, I'll probably be rehashing on that a little too long, but I'll stay focused to what you need to know. And I will say this to you. I won't circle back on it. I'd rather answer that question to you offline, simply because I feel this format's more important. Your question is valid, but my answer would not be of the liking of the social media. And sometimes I just have to go off, sidebar somebody, but I guarantee you'll get your answer, and I appreciate you asking it. I really do. I really, really do. So, all right, let's go a little further here. Like I said, I got so much stuff. The information's like overwhelming. And I want to let you know, too, that Linwood also came right at closeness to the president. And he had no problem making direct accusations live of proof against Obama, Gates, Clinton, British Royal House, the British Royal House, the Vatican, and the global problems on child sex and trafficking. Okay? So this is coming. I mean, you couldn't stand any closer to Trump than this guy does to Trump. And this is what he had to say at the rally. And General Flynn as well had a lot to say with representation to the military coup. So if you got what I just said, it is a military coup, kind of like with a line, you'll get it. Daniel Marks, how are you? What's going on, brother? I appreciate you coming in. So yeah, with that said, now we have something else that's like really crazy. That was coming through customs. And get this shit, really. I mean, what gets worse than Nancy land up in the government, right? It's coming through customs. I guess they bust somebody with suitcases filled, or a suitcase full of pills. And what they found out through an investigation of this, what they thought could have been enhancement drugs of some sort, turned out to be what they call baby powder capsules. Why do they call them baby powder capsules? This is going to blow you away. Hold on to your seatbelts. I swear to you, this is real. The information's out there, and it's disgusting. It's deplorable, but it's what we have in this world. And if you turn yourself off from me, I'll try to do this the easiest way I can because I don't want thrown off either. But these capsules were seized. They were given to a laboratory, and a laboratory was going over them. And what they found out that they had actual DNA in the capsules. Now, where did this DNA come from? This makeup of a drug called baby powder capsules, like a youth type agent pill or capsule. It's particles of dried, heated, shredded, destroyed, pulverized, microized into little fragments of human DNA of children. I swear to God to you on this. That's where our world is. That's what's going on in it. And then you have the blood soul shoes and actual human blood and shoe soles. Really? Yeah, I know people seen that stuff. It's not a joke. They do exist. I had somebody even offer to send, and I'm like, no, don't send them to me. I don't want to see them. You know, they offered free shipping to me and a return package back for me to check them out, is for me to look at them and see how real they really are. And I refused it. I don't want to do it. And also, again, remember that Facebook is largely funded by China. You might not want to hear it, but it's true. And I guess we're all a party to that system of it. And that's where, Obama signed those things off of, we can be spied on anytime by anybody in any way. So that's just how it happens. That's how it happens. So, all right. Yeah. Anybody know about the all right guy? He wants to run for governor now. I don't know. Governor of Texas. I like Abbott. I don't care that he's a movie star and all this stuff. All right. He's a good actor. I get it, and I know he speaks loudly on Christianity at times and certain things. But, yeah, that's just talk going around. And I do believe he made the possibility of a statement there. Also, the military I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I always get slipped of the tongue there. And there's Dave Glovin. Hey, good evening. The military tribunal unit Thursday. I don't know if this is a BS story or not, but I'm going to go with it because, like I say, I try to share what people give me. They're saying that there was charges placed upon Hillary Clinton. Don't know if it's true by any means. That's why I say narratives. I couldn't match anything to this. It comes from a good person, a good friend that I've been online with for a long time, and they sent it to me, and they actually posted it. And I've always said to a lot of people, try to confirm your postings. It's important that you probably do it and try to do that. That said, they're claiming that Hillary Clinton was charged on, or have charges coming on her of conspiracy to commit, accessory to commit, on child trafficking, sedition, treason, and murder. So, is it real? I don't know. But again, I take things as I get them from you guys out there, and I try to give them the best way I can. Don't forget, we are 10 O'Clock Talks. I am Michael Anthony. There's an upbeat version to this going to come through the YouTube, and it's going to be implanted out there on social media. And please watch, follow, share, because we have people behind the glass that work really diligently to work hard to get this floating out there everywhere in the country for people to see and make choices of everything. Yeah, that would be great. Maybe we could do that. I see your remark, Dave, and yeah, China's got their hand in everything. That's truly what it comes down to. They have their hand in everything. But yeah, I still have a little more time to go, and I know Facebook Kill's coming up too, because I think I'm off my 90-minute segment, and I don't know how long I even been sitting here at this point. I'm just not even sure. I'm going solo here totally, which is fine. I'm having a good time, and that's all that matters. If not a lot want to hear it, that's okay. You can check out the final message through the uploads. Somewhere, someday in the future, history will be shown to somebody somewhere with all this. Yeah. Texas County Judge and 3 others. This came out earlier yesterday, a little thing, and now it came out larger. So, Texas County Judge and 3 others being charged with counts, 150, up to 150 counts of election law breaking. So that's something that's new in the news, and that tells you about Sydney and the missionaire and some of the things that Flynn had put out and said as well, and sort of correlates a lot of things. Sort of does. I also have some sad news here, and it is sad. It's disturbing. A 7-year-old girl. I don't know nothing about color here, okay? Just so anybody knows, I don't know race. So I'm not pushing to any narrative or pushing the problem is hugely much greater in the black on black crime community where the killings do occur in great numbers, more so than this narrative that gets pushed. But a 7-year-old girl was with her parent going through a McDonald's drive-through, and shots came out, and just sad. Another loss of life. No reason for it. But there's a video out there. It doesn't show all of it, so it's viewable, but it is real. And maybe Al Sharpton will talk about that in his political wire that their MSNBC is going to give him. Or maybe he'll talk about the Franken shot. And the true narrative of it, since he has so much good information and has all the answers for everything. Mr. Reverend, sorry, I don't support you. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, getting to Dave's question here, Dave's bringing up that he did, just so all you guys on YouTube check this out. Well, this question comes off of Facebook right now about, how and who and the funds and controls, and we know what China did for Biden. He's a puppet to them. He's a puppet to them. He'll do what he says, what they tell him to do. And they've embarrassed him right to his face already, and they made sure they put him in his place. And his advisors at that meeting, which everybody I'm sure saw. But the Chinese do fund Biden. Of course, we know they have. We know they had dealings. They also fund Facebook. Don't think they don't. Don't think they're not involved in Bitcoin, okay? And when it comes out, who's involved in Bitcoin? It's going to blow some people's mind who the founder is, and it's going to just flat. So I don't know where you want your investments to lie with that. I'm not joking with you. I don't know how fast it's going to come out, but I know for a fact what I do know, and, it's coming. It's coming. I promise you're going to check it out. You're going to see it. It's real. So, also, I want to say something else about the good president's son and his Facebook tablet and the things that are in it. But I want to go a step further. It seems that people can find out anything, and this is what you got to love about America. And that's why I always said expose. And it's true. You got to expose it. It seems that Hunter was actually, he had sort of a dishonorable discharge of the military where they basically said to him, not cocaine use is not allowed here. And that was part of his problem there. Somewhat of that got pushed under the rug. And then we have this coming out as well. Excuse me. Jones for governor. Vernon Jones. Well, guess who showed up? The guy that got the award in Florida, President Trump. He shows up. I had that posted on my page. Check it out if you want to, under Michael Anthony, or also under Taking Back America on Facebook. Check those out. Follow us, share, subscribe, do all the good things. A lot of good information. It's always yours. We just put it together in some type of talkful platform, and get prepared for the new part of the show. I'm calling it a show now. I don't know if I should, but the new part of what's to come, Taking Back America, where nations around the globe with me will get together and we'll have open format discussions about everything you're talking about everything they're talking about. And yeah, we could probably go on for weeks to talk and never get caught up. You just can't get caught up with this, can you? It's a daily thing that you can no longer just get caught up on in any way, shape, or form. So when you have that going on, that's the way it is. But Fauci now, puts his 2 cents worth in and says the pandemic is truly in guns. Yeah, well, at least, hey, I guess COVID's over. Or COVID-21, or B117, or one of these other, this is the new pandemic. Is that the announcement? Take the guns, by forceful means? What are you talking about, Fauci? I mean, the truth is, I know what he's talking about, and I know where the narrative is. It came out of Biden's mouth, but when I hear it come from Fauci, I'm starting to think in my mind the pandemic's over. Take off the mask, people. Open up your churches, people. Open up your businesses. Don't be suppressed in the state of Pennsylvania where I am, or any other blue state out there in America. You're hearing it. You're seeing it out of his own mouth. The true nature of the problem in America now has become Fauci's opinion and his sworn word in the media to you in America and all over the world. The pandemic is the gun. The guns. Only in the wrong hands, brother. Only in the wrong hands. You haven't pissed the Patriots off yet. When you do, and it's getting there, you be careful, my friend. You have a lot of enemies. I'll just say that. You have made a lot of enemies. So yeah, Vernon Jones for governor. Trump said support. I'm on board. Marjorie Greene's going to go after Mad Maxine, and we have others also up there in the Republican Party want to do the same, and it's going to be an incitement of violence. I say rock it on. And Chris Como, again, I just want to give this out because it's important. I know I said it a little earlier, but it is important. To make a comment such as this is criminal because it implants the point of incitement as well, but in a different narrative and in a much worse narrative, really. To say that police reform won't happen until white children are starting to be killed. Nah. I would love to walk down the street on a dark night and find you in that street or in that alley. I would love to just be able to identify you, know it's you, because I can be a rock star. Let me tell you, I can be. And I just can't believe a comment like that on open media. And how are they not criminally responsible for something like that? 10 O'Clock Talks now live on MeWe weeknights. Yes, check it out. Check us out on MeWe. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Rumble. Rumble in the Jungle. Governor Wolf. We got to get rid of them here in PA, people. This is for all you Pittsburghers out there that are going to listen to this. When you have 400 friends and 400 members to other things going on in the world, as well as being members to a large bunch of groups out there, I got to say this to you. All for one and one for all. We need a stronger battle plan. We need to come together. We need to all talk. We need to join hands and teams. The strongest room, the strongest amount of members. I go after you. I do. I hunt you down. Why? Because what I say is important. Why? Because what you say is important. I want to be part of what you say. I want to be part of it here. I want to voice what you're saying here. My ethics here are to help your voice and to help mine, by all means, yes. Do I want to be something? No. Let's keep me and where I can go out of the picture. Let's put in the picture and place here the narrative of what we need. We need an all-in support. No more halfway inners. We don't need people that are only halfway in. No, we don't need the halfwayers. We don't. No, we need you all the way. We need you to change your mind from where you're at. Get out of the middle. Get out of the middle. Come to the side of strength. Create the side of strength with us, because that's what will secure and save America at this point, because we are in devastating times, and you have not seen the best of this. No, not what they have to offer. No, the plans have been made for too long. Their think tanks are brilliant. Their think tanks are way ahead of what we're already thinking. Maybe not all of us. Some of us can be ahead of those facts as well. But the guarantee to it is what it is right now, and why it is what it is right now. We got to protect ourselves. We got to keep our guns. We got to keep our, and that's another thing I want to get to. It's probably in my notes somewhere, but I'm telling you, I have hours and hours and hours, and I don't want to waste it all tonight. I just don't. I don't. But I appreciate you, and I want to rock the best I can for you here with the voice, with my ideology of what's right in the world, what makes us safe, what puts us here in a fashion that's making the America great again, and save the America that we once had, and that's so important for us to do. Yeah, no time for BS. No time for people to worry about the next best post. They're all great, but we need you all in. And we're going to have to really get out from behind these machines at some point and really step forth. We're all going to be here at the end of the day. It doesn't take long to use a couple hours of your look. You're all beautiful, intelligent people that come into these rooms. You're searching for answers. We don't all have them, and none of us should ever claim that we do. We can only give you what we do have as far as what. Don't be silent any longer. America's. Yeah, Dave's right. America's time is now. It is now. It is now. And you got to take back your America. And hundreds. I want to say this. One of the other issues that came about, and these are videos that are being released all over. Down in Texas, but this one was like really crazy, and the buses just kept coming. The lines just kept coming. I mean, really, they just the amount and numbers of people that came from these buses and through these lines, whatever they're handed in this tent and given to, then they go to the next stage. But they were all for the most numbers. There were some gentlemen there, but the majority, and I would say 98%, were all pregnant women coming to this country seeking citizenship in America, as with the open border as it is now with the Biden administration, who really has not in any way tried to take any control of this matter, and still won't even go and do anything purposeful for the border, or to just show up, to observe. And we know that he opened up now two more something like detention shelters, as well as I think Fort Bliss was going to be open. And we're talking millions of people here. Let's get off this number of we had 19,000. We had 19,000 children, but guess what? That number was true just to be sent to Pennsylvania. Yes, they don't have enough federal employees to offer 4 months severance pay to stay home, take a child, and start getting like $3,500 a month plus food stamps and everything to care for these children. I am not opposed or against the children. I'm opposed and against everything else that followed it. I'm opposed to the narrative that created this. I'm opposed to the administration that started this. I'm opposed to it all. But you cannot say no to the children. But now they're bringing in, and I'm telling you, it's like a pre-set up plan. Every woman is pregnant. Automatic welfare, automatic Social Security, automatic incentives of money, more than you're going to get, America, more than the American workers who worked hard for it. I know young ladies out there right now who are pregnant and they're working their ass off right now. They don't have a choice. Their job called them in. They make less money, but they have to work or they lose the unemployment. There is no true hero pay. There's nothing out there for them, and the prices are going up across the board for everything. But you're going to have this come in, and I feel bad for the women. I do. I'm for women. And okay, if they need help, I guess we're going to have to open our doors in some ways there. But you can't feel sorry for every narrative here. And sometimes maybe I'm too big-hearted even for that. But because I'm for the woman. I'm for, seeing women succeed because they were held back. A lot of things in America were held back. But the true nature of America has prevailed in this year of this time. It's not the narrative they're pushing in our faces. So know it now. They're coming in numbers that you would never believe. We're talking millions of people at this point. We think that we're close to around 2.5 million people, guaranteed, already have come in. According to numbers, testimony, and the police are now starting to just let people videotape anything they want. At first, they said you're not allowed to be here, but anybody reporting under media or for news purposes, and now which is considered through Facebook, and I'm sure Facebook's not going to like that, but the truth of the matter is they can report on it. And that's what these people were doing. They're setting themselves up. They're following these buses. They're following them to the airports. They're seeing what's going on, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible, and they're going to have it easy here. They're going to have it much easier than the American people do. Much easier. And then we have to now be worried, really worried about where they're going to take other funds from, the Social Security and so forth, for the people that really need it and deserve it. And they're going to be given, and, they come into this country. It's not based upon, well, you worked for 30 years, but you're only going to get $1,500 a month. These people will be at full cap. They will be at full cap with all the benefits. They automatically get everything. It's unreal. They automatically get everything. I don't know. It blows me away. So, I want to take my hat off to Linwood for what he had to say, and General Flynn giving great information. And I'm really shocked that some of that information came out and as to how they did it. But we know now, everybody knows and should know. I know unequivocally who Q is and what it means. If you don't, we can go over that at another time, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it. But right now, let's hope this military pulls into all these cities. The National Guard is ready for anything that could happen on the Floyd case, and collectively keep it calm. And again, hopefully nothing too loud that came from the negativity from the left of threats get to the jury, because I don't feel the jury needs to have this weigh on them. If it's going to cause creative havoc all through America, and it's going to blemish our United States of America with more fires and protests, I don't foresee the National Guard taking any of their bullshit. I just don't see it happening that way. And that $1.4 million, wow, can you believe that? To disarm their own police department and whatnot? Yeah. The world's in a sad place, truly in a sad place. And again, you're going to all be freaking so surprised when I drop the bomb on who is the true founder of Bitcoin. And I guarantee you, when it all gets out worldwide, it's going to drop. It's going to hit the floor. Be careful where you're putting your money. And I'm telling you, you might want to take the highest note now and get the hell out, because it's going to shock America, and it's going to shock the people who invest that way. Guaranteed. And I will say this to give you a hint out there. Never forget what China does and who they do support and who they have done business with and who you see fall and take a knee to. Because if it's truly not a knee to one, it's a knee to all of the negative. And that truly is, to me, what it is. And don't forget about these red shoes bullshit and all that stuff that's out there now, too. I want to give you this here. Everything I think I found on this is true. It's now come out that maybe I should have had this in the early part of the segment. Not everybody hangs till the end. You should. Oh, you should. Follow, like, share, subscribe. No matter what you're on, no matter what platform, if you find this, I am Michael Anthony. This is 10 O'Clock Talks. But George Floyd, brother now, has come out, and it's starting to make news. I need a little more information. So I'm just going to say it's said that George Floyd's brother kills a mother of 6 in a road rage incident in North Carolina. Now, what would happen with that shoe on the other foot, since we were talking about the red shoe? Again, I'm not pointing a finger at this family. I'm not. But this is what has come out. I think more information is needed. That said, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got a lot more stuff. I could go for hours. I really could. But I got a lot that I can share tomorrow with you guys. A lot of good things. There's cocaine that's been seized up at the port in Philly, huge amounts. Again, it points to the left. It points to the left. I kid you not on that. Is the information on Hillary and is somebody charging her? Well, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Don't know. Need more information on that, but I did want to share it. I did want to share it with you. Large amount of arrests and for underage prostitution and different things going on in Ohio that I'll be bringing up that goes into a storyline, but it means a lot, and it just means how well hidden the organizations of this world really were. So it's always been a battle. It's always been a fight, and the police could never do it themselves. That's for damn sure. They couldn't keep up with this stuff that goes on in this world. Not from what we're seeing. When you have 7.2, 7.3 billion people in the world, it's incredibly hard to handle and keep up with. So I want to say goodnight to you guys on Facebook there, and look for an upload that I'll be posting. Please like and share. Don't put a check mark in it. Check it out for a while. Listen to it a little bit. Give me some viewpoints and opinions. I really would appreciate it to all channels, all social media platforms. We are the 10. This is 10 O'Clock Talks. We appreciate you. We really do. I got a lot more to say to you, and I intend to do that, and I intend to share every bit of it with you. Thank you from Pittsburgh, America. Love you guys, man. Really do. All my brothers and sisters, all you patriots, stay strong. Stay tough. You girls are heroes. You're rock stars. Every one of you out there in America. Remember, our forefathers fought for the truth and fought for America to keep America strong. Please do the same. Join us in the fight here on the 10 at 10 O'Clock Talks. David, I appreciate you. Sorry I took things in a different direction. Things happen. Good night, Facebook. Look for the upload. Please stand by.